Hi, I'm Hannah. I'm your new Thursday. I'm very excited, and also
I am hiding behind a very large stack of Shakespeare books because this is my first vlogging attempt and I'm very nervous.
so about me. Ooh, it's like I'm back in college interviews. Which reminds me a little bit about my real life circumstances. I have graduated from high school and I am taking a gap year between high school and college next year. I will be heading off to the great world of academia. As you may have deduced, Shakespeare is one of my favorite things, and I'll probably be talking about Shakespeare a lot here. My very favorite Shakespeare plays, and believe me, I used to hate it when people asked me this, but they asked me so often that I actually had to come up with an answer. So my two favorite Shakespeare plays are Henry IV, Part 1. It's a growing up story. It's one of the Shakespeare plays that doesn't deal with romance. It deals with what it means to be a child becoming an adult, and because of that it's particularly relevant to people like us. Another favorite Shakespeare play is The Merchant of Venice. Also very well written. I also partially love this play because it's kind of like a car crash. You just can't look away. It's too awful. And that's for a play that's supposed to be a comedy. But anyway, I highly recommend both of those plays. I'll probably drop them in conversation occasionally. So, what am I a fan of besides Shakespeare? Well, let's see. I, like many of you, have had my life emotionally ruined by British television, most particularly Doctor Who. Even though I have not watched past the second season of Doctor Who, it has still sucked me in, similar to a vortex or a hurricane sucks in ships. Also Sherlock. Sherlock has the honor of being the first TV show I've actually kept up with, instead of just being like, oh, I'm too cool to watch TV, I will simply buy the DVDs when they come out. No, not Sherlock. Sherlock sucked me in also. I love Firefly. Brown coat from beginning to end, yes. I've been told by people who have seen Firefly that I remind them of Kaylee. I'm not very mechanically minded, but I am nauseatingly cheerful. I do occasionally say shiny, which is, for those of you who haven't watched Firefly, you should, shame on you, is a slang term for cool, awesome. Don't forget to be shiny is my own personal rendition of don't forget to be awesome. I also like bananas. Bananas are good. I'm sure some of you are wondering what I do when I'm not reading or watching TV. Strange questions. I don't understand them at all. No, I do a lot of acting. At the moment, I'm not in school, so I can't be part of a production, but I am taking an acting class and acting a lot on my own, as far as one can act on one's own. What do I do? I write. I write a lot. It's one of the few activities that only requires a pencil and paper, though. At the moment, that pencil is often a keyboard. Speaking of pencil and paper, I do draw. I also sew a lot. Right now, I'm starting a project where I'm making a quilt. I've mostly made clothing in the past, so this is kind of a new thing for me. I'm excited about that. I also hopefully will soon be game mastering a Pathfinder game among my in real life friends. For those of you who don't know who Pathfinder is, it's a tabletop role-playing game set in a fantasy world called Glorian. And it's so much fun. I just love going into stories and bushwhacking goblins. Well, that was exciting. Well, it looks like that's just about all we've got time for this week. So I will see you next Thursday, and don't forget to be shiny.